Continuing our challenge cult selection countdown. All together now, in 8! You can't beat a bitter bully. Mine's a double top. It's Bullseye. In 1981, Central Television decided to give a Red Bull wings and kept him airborne for 12 years. The finest hour of pub games on telly was Jim Bowen's Bullseye, complete with Chaz and Dave style theme music, modest prizes and a cosy studio style. You couldn't beat a bitter bully on a Sunday afternoon. Ex-teacher Jim Bowen was no eager-to-please game show host. He didn't shout, rarely smiled or even looked at the camera, but concentrated on the contestants, quietly reassuring them in a rather touching way.
Gordon. Okay, Gordon.
In you go. And really take your time.
Yes, Steve rushed a bit before.
And his humour was so subtle, you could miss it altogether.
You play a lot of darts, don't you, Keith?
I do, yeah.
Tremendous amount. Tell us how many nights a week.
Well, at the moment I'm working away a lot, so not so much as I used to.
But when there were 7 nights at home?
About 5.
As many as that? You managed to stay in a couple of nights?
Yeah.
Yeah. I suppose it soon passed.
The game partnered non-darts players with their amateur friends and threw in a few professionals, not so much to impress, but to see them play badly.
It's 1.
The Trivial Pursuit style categories had to be short enough to write on a dartboard. Literature, that's books. Geography, places. The sport in question was never in doubt. These were real men who played darts. Bully the Bull was really a cartoon Dusty Bin. He popped up all over the show, and a bendy bully was the consolation prize. The prizes looked like they fell off the end of the Generation Games conveyor belt. Why? So they could blow all the budget on a gloriously impractical main prize. Bullseye, super smashing great. Number 7 in the challenge cult selection. Shall I give you an impossible clue? Wheel out the bin, bring on the dancing girls. What else but 3, 2, 1? Before reality TV, there was unreality TV, and it came from Spain. 3, 2, 1 was Las Vegas, a Christmas panto and the Moscow State Circus all rolled into one. A whole generation of children grew up thinking that this was normal for Saturday night telly. 168 episodes, and each one at full throttle. The clues were bonkers.
Does this clue have mileage by rail, wing or wheel? Is it treasure or junk? Will it lose its appeal? Aroma is the key to a gift of good intent. It isn't hired, no spray required. The sweet smells heaven sent.
And the prizes were straight from God's own pound shop. A mind-boggling selection of what were essentially whole new rooms for your house. 3, 2, 1 needed to show off these lavish prizes, so still roll them out, even if you hadn't won.
3, 2, 1 to show for fabulous prizes, a real knockout prize this, but I'm afraid you have turned it down, so thank you, Fiona. It has to go, Bob, and it...
Even pets were prizes. Finally, the host that held it all together. Singer, dancer, comedian, writer, consummate professional, and according to everyone, a very, very nice man. The sublime, incomparable Ted Rogers, much loved and sadly missed. This was proper showbiz. Front row seats for a West End show currently playing in the corner of your living room. Suddenly all those years at stage school were paying off.
Give them the old razzle-dazzle, razzle-dazzle.
So add to this mix a big band theme tune. A gimmick that's still remembered.
3, 2, 1. No, that wasn't too quick, was it?
A pack of Dolly Birds. This one's still made to Eddie Large. Impressionists. This one's Max Beasley's dad.
I'm gonna leave you this. Heavy smoker.
An actual real-life Bond girl.
Caroline Munro is here. Lady. Man.
And an actual real-life bloke. And a load of stuff so non-PC, well, you just wouldn't get away with it today.
There are foxes here, there are minks here.
3, 2, 1 had every style the British variety establishment had to offer. And this was the dictionary definition of variety. Not just singers and comedians, but the kind of acts that you'd have to go to the very ends of Blackpool Pier to find today. And then, of course, there was the bin. Not this delightful homemade robot, which would have been quite a good prize, but an actual £5 metal dustbin. How rubbish is that? So there you have it. The madness that was 3, 2, 1. The show that puts 3 fingers up at any other game show. Show 'em, Ted.
pieces of music, 2 funnels, and 1 kitchen range are among the prizes on this week's 3-2-1. Now, ladies and gentlemen, your hosts, Ted Rogers.
Thank you very much, everybody. As always, welcome to the big one. It's 3-2-1 you're on, and we've got a super show, great artists on the show, wrapped up in a thing called the 60s, which, of course, we all look back with a lot of nostalgia these days. Of course, I worked through that period, and a lot of things happened in the 60s. 63, of course, there was the big crime. Can you remember what that was?
The Great Train Robbery.
Yeah, the Great Train Robbery. Still commemorated every year by British Rail when they put the fares up. They do. What else? Of course, 67, they brought in the breathalyzer, what we used to say, giving the mother-in-law the kiss of life. Blowing into the bag. But it's time to come along and meet my little metal mate. He's the tin who's out to confoil our contestants. Here he is, Dusty Bim, my little friend. Come on, Dusty. Confoil and confederate. There he is. Wonderful. Look at that. Oh, yes, dressed up, of course, to go along with our theme as a Beatle. I love them, eh? If there's anything that you want, if there's anything I can do. All right. Yes, okay. Dusty, I believe you. You're very, very talented. You've got to beware of this character, of course. Remember, he is the booby prize. If he's won, all our contestants take home is a brand new dustbin. Of course, there is the viewer's question, remember? Look out for that later on in the show. But we also start, as always, with our 1,000-to-1 quiz. Each couple has a chance to win up to £1,000 each. So without any further ado, let's meet the people. We wouldn't have a show if they didn't show our contestants. Here they are. Caroline, I admire your outfits, you and Linda each week.
Thank you.
I can't say a great deal about this one, can I? Wonderful.
Can you, sir?
Not a great deal, but don't interfere with anything. Who are couple number 1 here?
We have Graham and Gail Hesbrook from 10B Daffyd.
Oh, thanks very much indeed. Yes. Wales. Natalie.